And unfortunately, there's little difference between the spectacle perpetrated by Jedediah Brown at the meeting and the spectacle perpetrated by Lori Lightfoot at her meeting before.
And now to South Suburban Dolton and the investigation to find out if money is being mishandled there. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has been investigating Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard for months now. Tonight, she gives her final report.
She goes before the people contending that she's going to expose theft and misuse of funds by who? By Tiffany Henyard.
We were tasked with looking into irregularities, allegations of irregularities regarding financial mismanagement by Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
But she spent her entire presentation talking about things done by other people, by accountants, by disgraced Dolton official Keith Freeman, who's doing these things. Nowhere in her presentation did she say, or could she say, that Mayor Henyard approved a single one of the expenses that she was discussing. In fact, the bulk of the information that was masqueraded to be the results of an investigation was already contained in standard village audits. There was no real investigation. It was political theater for a disgraced former mayor who wanted another chance at the limelight that's not earned.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has lost her bid for re-election. She conceded the race last night after failing to get enough votes to qualify for a runoff in the crowded primary.
What Lori Lightfoot failed to mention, during most of the time period that she's supposedly investigating, the Board of Trustees unlawfully kept Mayor Henyard from being on the bank account. She had to go to court just to get on the account.
When other people come and do work in our village, y'all need to pay them. Do not hold up their money and think you're going to get it paid to do nothing. So we're going to do the same thing until you pay them people, then y'all get y'all check.
She don't have the authority to do that.
Watch me. Watch me.
You're not even on the bank account.
So next, old business. So just to clear this up so the residents and everybody know what's going on. Basically, this Board of Trustees have put the village in financial despair. They put us in court several different times. If anyone's not following, they cost us over $600,000 for a recall for this attorney to get paid off of. I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to work with a board that's willing to work with me. What's a shame is why we ended up in court. This October warrant list, October 3rd, 2022 warrant list, when trustee Jason House and this clerk right here, Clerk Key, have went to the bank to remove me off the bank account. Let me tell you how deep this gets. Trustee Keys and your attorney, that attorney right there, well, clerk, okay, Clerk Key, and that attorney right there goes into the bank to remove me, your mayor, off the bank account. So y'all should ask yourself, why are they going through so many great lengths to remove me when the law state the mayor and the clerk is the ones on the bank account to put trustee House on the bank account? This way y'all need to open your eyes at so you can understand what is truly going on. It's a money grab, a power grab for the village of Dolton. They keep talking about deficit, but you keep trying to pay this attorney. I motioned for court because I tried to stop them from paying that attorney right here, that $600,000. So when we went to court, the judge stopped everything. She didn't want to hear anything. She said she's gonna wait to do the hearing, and she stopped every payment possible and said she was only going to allow us to do payroll, which is to pay people that work for the village of Dolton.
For much of the time that's being discussed, she's being illegally kept from knowing what's going on with the money. Now that seems like it would be important. That's the truth. But Lori Lightfoot did not mention that. Jason House, a current member of the Board of Trustees, was not a signer on the bank account at all. And yet, he has repeatedly signed checks without authority. That's a fact. It's documented. He's spending thousands and thousands of the village's dollars without authority from the bank. He's committing bank fraud. He's committing check fraud. She's proved it in documents. There's matters pending in court. He's been told to stop doing it, and he still does it again and again.
How y'all allow him to convince y'all to put him on the bank account when he is in trouble or has been in trouble with the feds. So if y'all follow up with everything going on in the community, y'all will understand what's going on. And these are facts. This is stuff people mess up money all day long. I keep telling y'all. So what I'm saying is y'all allow this man to go on the bank account. Y'all didn't do any of your research, your homework. Y'all didn't do nothing. But I guess it's good, huh? Because everybody got their hand in the cookie jar. So all I'm saying to you is all I try to do is protect the residents, speak out, tell y'all what's going on. I've done nothing wrong. I never do anything wrong because I grew here, as I always say. The rest of them flew here. Tell the people what the feds got you for them. Why was they at the healthcare custodian, which you worked at, and you was over the bank account, over right here at the U.S. Bank, and they walked you out, took your computer, seized your stuff. Talk to them then. You want to tell them? Talk to them. Tell the people. Talk to them. They right here. Right, exactly. He not going to tell his stuff, but I know his stuff, so...
Former Mayor Lightfoot didn't have any concern about that either. Why? The Board of Trustees are defrauding the people at home.
And at the end of the day, us 6 people up here are the ones that vote on all of the money. So when she keeps saying, I did this and I did that and I gave, she haven't did anything.
They got a guy committing bank fraud and spending the people's money. But that's of no concern. Why? Because truth is overawed by spectacle. That's what we come to again and again in the way that Mayor Henry's been treated. Lori Lightfoot's not interested in fact, but in spectacle. She's interested in political theater that's going to help her, not the people.
A coalition of aldermen and community groups is slamming Mayor Lori Lightfoot, accusing her administration of misspending discretionary funds from the Federal Pandemic Relief CARES Act. The group says Lightfoot spent millions on police and ignored other issues.
One pot of money that we had that was flexible funding, the one pot of money that could have been used for small business support, for housing relief for our neighbors, to help prevent violence in our communities. That's what we're talking about. And of that $470 million, $284 million of it went directly to the Chicago Police Department.
You know, a mayor who's run out of office, as she was, in large part because of financial mismanagement, being called upon to be the investigator of another mayor's fiscal decisions? That's pretty much the same thing as asking a fox to investigate the henhouse. And it has no more truth value than a professional wrestling match. It's all staged, it's all scripted, but the problem is that the consumers of social media confuse that spectacle for the truth. And flames of anger get fueled by falsehoods, and next time the violence could be a lot worse. In the social media age, lies are dangerous. Inflammatory political rhetoric shouted from online rafters incites people to do terrible things.